going to try to work the ball on the boundary.
This is the 2017 NFC Divisional Round, the Vikings hosting the Saints. The Saints lead by 1, but the Vikings have the ball on their own 39-yard line. However, there are only 10 seconds left and Minnesota have no timeouts. This play has to get inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds to get into Kai Forbath's field goal range and stop the clock. Or, this play has to go 61 yards for one of the most incredible touchdowns in NFL history. This is how miracles actually happen. Dennis Allen's defense has been great this season, with contributions coming from one of the all-time great draft classes like Marshawn Lattimore, Trey Hendrickson, and Marcus Williams. Cam Jordan still leads the defense and he's been really great all year. On this play, they know the Vikings have to get out of bounds to stop the clock, and they also know the Vikings need another 20 yards to get into any kind of field goal range. Ultimately meaning that they're going to play a very soft defense to guard the outside. They come out in a too-high shell and just played a very soft prevent defense with Marcus Williams playing to the boundary and Von Bell to the field. They're just playing very deep halves to mop up anything that might get free or go wrong so they can keep it in bounds and end the game. Marshawn Lattimore is over the single receiver to the field, playing outside leverage. Manti Te'o and Craig Robertson don't really have much to do, but they're the complementary middle field defenders in case of something unexpected from the Vikings. PJ Williams is playing heavy outside leverage in the flat, and Ken Crawley is also playing heavy outside leverage, but he's deeper downfield. The Saints don't decide to send any sort of blitz here. They're just rushing 4, with Cam Jordan and Trey Hendrickson coming off the edge, Sheldon Rankins is the 3-tech, and David Onyemata as the 1-tech. They're just doing a straight rush, no stunts or twists. Every NFL team would do this. The Vikings don't have any other option but to bomb it downfield. The entire plan for the Saints defense is just keep them in bounds and you win the game. The Vikings need their prayers answered here, but prayers don't win football games, players do. They're in a 3-by-1 bunch formation to the boundary, with Adam Thielen as the lone receiver to the field. Thielen is on a 25-yard out route with Lattimore and Von Bell covering over his side. Carl Rudolph has a 5-yard flat route, Jarius Wright has a 20-yard speed out, and Stephon Diggs has a 30-yard out. The whole point of this is to find some sort of space on that sideline to the boundary at different depths, and just hope your guy catches it and is able to step out of bounds. There isn't particularly a read on this one. The idea behind the concept is occupying the two shallower defenders with those shallow routes, and allowing Diggs space deeper downfield and a 1v1 matchup with the safety Williams. The offensive line are just in 6-man protection here, with Latavius Murray having a dual read and then releasing into the flat. Though I doubt Case Keenum is going to want to check the ball down here. It's a simple play with one goal in mind. Get yourself in range to get your kicker to send you to the NFC Championship game. No pressure. As expected, the Saints only rush 4. Cam Jordan is the only guy who's able to get a decent rush as he wins outside against Rashad Hill. This forces Keenum to step up into the pocket. In an interview after the game, Case Keenum revealed that he couldn't see anything over his offensive line after stepping up, so he just threw this thing blind. PJ Williams has been occupied by the tight end Kyle Rudolph, and Jarius Wright has occupied the corner Ken Crawley. This means that, as designed, Diggs gets one-on-one with Marcus Williams. Now, if you're a safety or just learning the game of football, don't do this. Marcus Williams gets some depth after the snap, as you'd expect. He's playing a deep half. But he clearly thinks that he needs to stay outside of Diggs as the ball is in the air because Diggs is the target. But clearly there was a rush of blood to his brain because instead of standing Diggs up when he comes down with the ball and just winning the game for the Saints, Williams decides to go for a kill shot, but massively misjudges the flight of the ball and where Diggs is going. This means Williams misses horrendously and Diggs has a free path to the end zone. If you're of the defensive back persuasion, please, for the love of God, wrap up instead of trying to decapitate someone. You'll make way more tackles. What makes this even worse for Williams is that Ken Crawley might have had a shot of making the tackle because Diggs takes a while to secure the ball and turn towards the end zone. But because of how badly Williams misses, the only guy he tackles is Crawley, and he stops him from being able to chase Diggs down and prevent a game-winning touchdown. Marcus Williams single-handedly managed to turn what should have been a certain victory for the Saints into one of the most embarrassing plays in NFL history. He was a decent player all year and had a great rookie campaign, but everyone is going to remember him for one missed tackle. Diggs went on to score and send the Vikings to the NFC Championship game in Philadelphia. A spectacular play in an unlikely 13-3 season with a backup quarterback leading them the whole way after Sam Bradford's injury earlier in the season. That is how miracles can actually happen on a football field.
Try to work the ball on the boundary. Keenum steps into it. Pass is caught. Diggs! Sideline! Touchdown! Unbelievable! Vikings win it!
If you've enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and watch this video on how one crucial moment ended the Patriots' Super Bowl hopes.